I think
Okay.
that's a normal
I don't
plot point.
remember.
Anyway, I'm like also
The
going
only
off of
real
the
Robin
Disney
Hood-
Fox movie. Like,
That's the only real reference movie I have, and I'm just like, Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's no business like show business.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My
Of the music
hello.
Hello! Welcome back to 5, 6, 7, 8, a movie musical podcast.
Yeah.
We are your chaotic co-hosts.
That is
I'm
true.
Anna,
I'm Grace.
and this week we are tackling the 1991.
Mm-hmm.
That's right? I said that so confidently, and now I'm second-guessing myself.
No, it's 1993.
God! Oh,
You were
right,
so
wrong.
close.
The 1993
Yes.
movie musicale,
Mm.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Oh,
I would like to point out that, so I watched this on the internet, and it was called Robin Hood Men in Tight, like singular tight,
Singular
and
tight.
it just made me giggle the whole time.
it's on HBO Max.
Yes,
for
I
those
don't
of you
have that.
have HBO Max subscriptions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's on the internet.
It
in
is.
dark places. Grace, you'd
Wasn't
seen this
that
before,
dark.
right?
I hadn't seen this since, I'm gonna say, the late 2000s. Like, it's been like a good 15 years since I'd watched this movie. I had forgotten that it was a musical until it popped up on our list, and I was like, really? And then, since Anna has implemented a rule that we can only do it if it has a soundtrack to prevent issues that we have had in the past, this one does have a soundtrack, and so I was like,
It
fuck
does.
it. Add it to the list.
It is a true blue musical.
It is indeed.
I don't know what. Okay, obviously, if you've learned anything from this podcast, I had not seen this film. However, I have seen Spaceballs like more times than I care to admit because
Yeah.
I had a family friend growing up. They didn't have cable at their house, but they
Right.
had a lot of movies, and Spaceballs was one of them. And like, I watched Spaceballs probably at too young of an age. Definitely a lot of the jokes went over my head, but I was like,
Yeah.
this is a silly movie. One of the characters is a dog. So I was familiar-ish with Mel Brooks isms.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
I've not.
Okay, and History of the World Part 1?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
All right, let's. So I always read along with the Wikipedia page. Totally different order, plot-wise.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? There's so much happening. It's a
I know.
very succinct Wikipedia.
Yeah, the
Plot-
Wikipedia is, like, very succinct for, like, the first hour and 20 minutes. Like, the first hour and 20 minutes is, like, maybe 2 paragraphs. And then the last 20 minutes, they have another 2 paragraphs describing everything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
They
like,
went really into detail for the end, but there were like whole swaths of things that were just left out, and I was like, I don't know whether to write this down. Is it important or not?
Yeah.
It's not on Wikipedia. All right. God, this was a funny movie.
it really was. Like, not everything holds up. I'm gonna say, like, 30% of it doesn't hold up. But, like,
I was reflecting on that. I was like,
I think a lot of it is just, like, references that would have, like, landed really easily in the 90s that don't necessarily land 30 years later.
Yeah, that's the thing. This movie is actually, it's 30 years old.
30 years old.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously some jokes are not going to land because they were jokes written for the audience then.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the audience now has different sensibilities and priorities.
Well, and not even just, like, our sensibilities, but also, like, just references that are no
Yeah.
longer really relevant.
Our sense and sensibilities.
But still, there was a lot of physical comedy that was still very funny, and Cary Elwys can do no wrong.
Physical comedy is timeless. All right, we start how I think all movie musicals should start, which is ominous fire archers.
Yes! So there's this group of archers that keep firing flaming arrows, and this sort of gets us through our opening credits with everyone's names. But then,
Yeah.
like, we pan to a town that's just being set on fire
been
by all of these
burnt.
fire arrows, and they're like, this happens every time a Robin Hood movie is made. like
a Mel Brooks movie
starting strong with a break of the fourth wall. Fifth wall?
And
I don't really know.
Breaking.
Yeah, it's just shattered. Honestly, they just stomp on that the entire time.
Which I appreciated. Cut to the woods.
Cut to the woods, and our first opening song
is a rap by a bunch of merry men. It is an exposition rap.
Yes, it is. It's our favorite kind of rap.
And it tells us that, hey, we're in Sherwood Forest, but guess what? Robin Hood is not here. He was off fighting for King Richard in the Crusades, but he was captured, and he is in prison in Jerusalem. Cut to Jerusalem.
Yeah, so there's just so many small jokes, there's no way that we're gonna get them all. We'll mention some of them as we go, but y'all, there's so many jokes in here that just have nothing to do with the plot that we're gonna have to end up skipping.
They're just quick.
They're
quick
so
visual
fast.
Gags.
So he gets taken to this dungeon. There's a maitre d' of the dungeon. He's taken to the head guard, who questions him about where his king is, because Crusades, so they would like to capture the King of England who's attacking their land.
Yeah, I mean, valid.
But Robin refuses and is tortured a little bit.
Briefly tortured.
Yeah, light torture.
And then he is shackled on a bench and befriends the fellow prisoner next to him. We learn that this fellow prisoner's name is a Sneeze. And the two of them combine their forces together and
foot power
and break their shackles while the guard's back is turned. They trick the guard into leaving the cell, and they free all the prisoners, and they all escape.
Yes. This poor guard, he's like really nervous because they're like, oh, this Robin has decided to betray his king. Go tell your bosses.
Yeah.
And he was just like, great, good news is always rewarded, but bad news is super duper punished. You sure? And they're like, yeah, just go. And so he leaves. And then he comes back to an empty prison cell. He's like, well, shit.
But it's not just one cell. It's like, there were like 50
There were like 50 prisoners and they're all gone.
Cut to the beach.
The beach?
A Sneeze and Robin are saying their goodbyes. A Sneeze is staying in Jerusalem.
Yep.
But he tells Robin that his son, Achu, get it? A Sneeze, Achu.
Jokes.
His son, Achu, lives in England, and he asks Robin
He's on an exchange program.
He's like, be on the lookout for him. I'd really like to know that he's okay. And Robin pledges and vows to look after a Sneeze and to find him. And we get the first of a recurring gag where Robin just rambles on. And
so, but he's like, whoa, you're gonna miss the tide. And so Robin's like, you're right, I gotta go. And so this fucker just runs into the ocean. And
proceeds to swim
back to England from Jerusalem.
I was like, no fucking way.
It was very funny. So he returns to England via swimming.
Washes up on a beach. He's like, England.
England.
All caps, from Jerusalem. Question mark. Remember, have never seen this film. Do not know what's coming. Do not know what's happening. Wikipedia has betrayed me.
Betrayed you into thinking that it's a normal movie, but it's not.
No. It's a Mel Brooks film. I had no reservations that it was going to be normal. But
so
I just wasn't expecting that plot twist 5 minutes in.
5 minutes in. So he gets back to England and calls for a horse. His kingdom for a horse.
Rents a horse.
Yep. Rent a wreck. And so he is heading back home, I guess, and he runs into a guy who's being beat up by like 6 knights.
Yeah, they're all standing in a circle and just taking turns, kind of like punching him in the stomach.
Exactly.
And it's fucking Dave
Chapelle. Yeah.
I didn't look up the cast in advance other than like who was on the poster, and I didn't even look that closely, so I was just like, is that fucking Dave Chapelle?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's
in this movie.
Robin Hood Men in Tights and is like a main character.
Yeah.
This is a Sneeze.
This is this is a Chew.
This is a Chew. Robin saves a Chew, and they tag team beat all these soldiers up
with like praying mantis style fighting.
Yeah. And a Sneeze is like, all right, cool, I'm gonna hang out with you now.
Yeah, exactly. Though, one thing, the last guard does threaten them, and so Robin, and this is the first time that we see him in his archery thing, like, takes 4 arrows out at once, which is the main poster of this movie,
Yes.
and shoots all 4 arrows at once and, like, pins the guard to the tree. So Robin is, as we all know,
have established
the archer.
Is good with arrows.
He's done good with arrows. So...
That's such a weird thing. That's such a weird way to say that, because, like, you wouldn't say someone's, like, good with bullets.
He's real good with bullets. Not
Real
with
good
guns.
with those bullets.
Those bullets are super good.
Anyway.
So we get to Locksley Hall.
Yes, Robin and a Sneeze
Chew.
share the horse. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Robin and a Sneeze.
No.
Robin and a Chew return. They share a horse.
You're doing so
and
good.
they arrive at Locksley Hall, and Robin Hood is just like, oh, my home.
Yes.
It's so good to be back. And then immediately the castle starts to move.
Yeah.
Surprise, it's on wheels. It's been
being
repossessed.
It's being towed away.
Because they haven't paid
For,
back
like, non-payment
taxes.
of taxes. Yeah. So...
And Robin's like, you can't do this. And the tax guy's like, yes, I can.
Yeah.
Look at this paperwork. We claim this until you pay your taxes. Goodbye.
Exactly.
And I'm taking your house.
Yeah. And so his hall is being towed away, but the foundation is still there, and, like, somehow, like, stuff inside is still also there. So we see a guy on a toilet. This turns out to be the family's blind servant, Blinken. And he didn't notice that the castle was being taken because he is blind, so he's just still in the bathroom. So Robin goes over and reunites with Blinken, and Blinken ends up revealing that Robin's mom, dad, all of his brothers, and all of his pets have died while he was gone. But his father did leave him one thing before he died, which was like a locket.
It's like a big locket.
Yeah, it's like a chonky locket. And inside is apparently the key which, quote unquote, opens the greatest treasure in all the land. Yeah. Just then, a boy comes running out.
Screaming out of the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
A boy comes screaming out of the woods.
Yeah.
And a bunch of soldiers on horseback come chasing him with kazoos. Like, the boy hides behind Robin. He's like, save me, they're coming after me.
Yes.
And the leader of the group of men on horseback, we learn is the sheriff of Rottingham, comes in and is like, hand over that boy. And Robin's like, well, what has he done?
Yes. This is when a recurring gag is revealed where the sheriff mixes up words. So
yeah, it's called spoonerism.
Yeah, exactly. So he dared to shoot a dare instead of he dared to shoot a deer, sort of thing. So, and this happens...
Sort of deer.
Sort of deer, yeah. This happens all the time. It is a recurring thing.
It is this character's gag.
This actor, though, he's who I focused on. He's excellent.
Oh my god, he's excellent.
So
he's
funny.
I don't remember how this argument gets resolved, but it does because Robin Hood manages to outwit the sheriff out. Like, he, like,
they have an
him.
argument, and eventually, like, Robin tells him his name, and the sheriff threatens him or, like, challenges him to a duel and tries to, like, unsheath his sword, but the hilt comes off, and so all he has is a hilt. And so Robin does something to his saddle, so he's, like, swung around upside down under this horse. And then he's like, you know what? I've decided I don't want to have this fight. And so he ends up being, like, ushered back, and all of the soldiers follow him.
It's because Robin, like, smacks the horse on the butt, and the horse takes
like,
off.
Go!
But it's also revealed by this sheriff that
Prince John has sort of taken over while King Richard is doing the Crusades.
And
he's like taxing everyone absurdly, which is part of the reason why his home was repossessed.
Yeah. And Robin Hood vows to end this injustice and this unjust taxation.
So the boy that he saved thanks him and is like, okay, I'll spread the tale. And he was like, tell them that I'll rid the land of Prince John. I'll make sure everyone's taxed fairly. We're going to go for a 4-day work week. Everyone needs healthcare. And I'm like, vote for Robin. Yes.
Robin Hood 2024.
Yeah.
Cut to a castle.
Indeed, and we get our next song.
We get an I Want song. We see a lovely maiden lady in the tub, long red hair. Very curly hair. Is it about her brushing her hair?
Yes!
I have a note about that too.
As a girl with curly hair, and this pisses me off every time I see it, and I see it all the fucking time in movies, and it's normally whenever they've put a woman in a wig, and it's a curly-haired wig, and she's like brushing the hair. Don't brush curly hair. Are you goddamn
I
insane?
literally wrote, ma'am, stop brushing your curl pattern. It is not designed for that.
Do not, your curls are so tight ringlets. Do not brush those.
Yeah.
You will have nothing but frizz. This also happens in The Mummy with Rachel Weisz, and I also got angry. Anyway.
Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Ooh,
anyway.
good choice. Anyway.
This is Marion. She's in the bath, and she sings our next song, which is a classic I Want song.
Yeah. She's just looking for love. She wants a man with a key, she says.
Yes. It's got big true love's kiss energy from Enchanted.
Yes, it does.
But she wants to find her heart's desire, and yes, you're right, continue.
Yes. As she finishes the song, her maid, our waiter.
Broomhilda! She is our waiter.
Yes, she is. I fucking love Broomhilda. She comes in and is just like, why are you still in the tub? The water's cold. The fire's not on. You're gonna catch your death. Get out of the water.
And she's like, that thing's gonna rust.
That thing's gonna rust. And so she gets out of the water, and it is revealed that Marion has a chastity belt. So this is literal metal underwear with a lock and key. So now the key reference makes more sense.
Yes, literal chastity belt underwear.
Just then a bluebird comes in, and so she's like, oh, it landed on my hand, I get a wish. Never heard of that before, but sure, why not? And so she wishes for a man who has a key to her ... heart.
AKA her heart and her chastity belt.
Indeed.
Cut to the throne room. We meet Prince John.
Love Prince John.
Love. I know we're not supposed to. I love
He's
Prince
so
John.
funny.
He's
and
so
honestly,
funny.
he gave me, like, the way that he spoke sounded exactly like Gene Wilder in Young Frankenstein. It was very similar and so funny.
Prince John is surrounded by attendants, and the Sheriff of Rottingham bursts in demanding to speak with him, and Prince John sends everyone away and turns to Rottingham when they're alone. He goes, please tell me if it's bad news, tell it to me in a good way, because I can't stand any bad news. I also want to point out, this is our first time meeting Prince John. He has a large mole on his left cheek.
Yes, he
and
does.
That's going to come back later.
Yes,
it
does.
Moves in every scene.
Single scene. It is in a new place.
So funny.
So the sheriff comes in and is like, oh, okay, how do I tell this bad news in a good way? So he starts maniacally laughing and tells him that Robin has sworn to defeat Prince John and, like, see him hanged. And he's, like, cackling and snorting. It's so funny. The prince is quite upset still by this news. He's like, you failed epically in telling me this in a good way.
Prince John's like, fuck, we gotta do something about this. All right. I'm gonna go talk to the witch. He has an
castle
on-call
witch.
witch.
Latrine.
Her name is Latrine.
Yes.
Classic
she has big
evil witch
would you like my
vibes.
eggs energy.
Oh, yes. This actress is phenomenal.
Yeah, she's so funny. So he goes to consult, and she does a little magic, and she sees, oh, Robin is strong, he's handsome, he's brave, like, he'll give you a hard time. What I can do is make you a potion that will make him completely useless, but I'm gonna need something in return. I have a thing for the sheriff. You need to get me in good with the sheriff.
And I don't think the king ultimately agrees.
No, he's like, I don't know, I think we'd have to get him really drunk.
Yeah. That's essentially the scene, is it establishing
that Latrine is really
a
into, because we never get a potion. That bit never comes back.
We never get a potion. I was just like, did we get a potion? Did I forget that?
Nah,
There's
not
a
at
lot
all.
going on in this film. We don't get a potion.
Nah.
We get that Latrine has the hots for the sheriff.
Yeah, exactly.
And Latrine looks like the crone from Enchanted and Snow White.
Absolutely.
Big witch's nose, multiple moles, creepy long nails.
At one point he's like, why is your name Latrine? And she's like, oh, we changed it. Like, the family changed it a couple centuries ago. And he's like, you changed it to Latrine? She's like, yeah, it used to be Shithouse. He's like, then it's a good change. That's a good change.
But that also implies that if you're legally changing your name, it has to still
somehow
kind of
be within the same context.
No sense.
Ugh.
Cut to the forest. Cut to Sherwood Forest. Robin Hood, Achu, and Blinken are traveling by horse, and they come across a little footbridge guarded by a big man.
Large
this is
man.
Little John.
Indeed.
And he's like, if you want to cross the bridge, you have to pay the toll. And Robin's like, no, that's stupid. This is my family's forest. I'll fight you for this bridge.
And Ed Chu comes up and he's just like, y'all, this ain't the Mississippi. You can just walk over the bridge.
You can literally jump
just,
from east.
like, you can jump over this river. It's not an issue.
It's a creek.
Why
it's
are...
not even, it's like a stream.
Yeah, it's like a little creek bed, like maybe an inch of water trickling down, and he's like, we could just walk over here, and Robin's like, it's the principle of the thing.
It's the principle of the thing. But so Robin and Little John fight.
Have a very silly quarterstaff fight. It's so
amazing,
silly.
yeah. Because they start as quarterstaffs, and then they keep breaking in half, till by the end, they have maybe, like, 6 inches.
At max.
At max. But Robin Hood wins, and he pushes Little John off this footbridge, and Little John lands in the creek.
Yeah.
1 inch deep, and is like, I'm drowning! I'm drowning! And Robin Hood saves him, and thus...
quote unquote saves him by just pulling him up. Yeah.
Little John owes Robin a great debit.
Debit.
Not debt.
No,
debit.
Of course. At this point, we also meet Will Scarlet, whose full name is Will Scarlet O'Hara. He's from Georgia.
Yes, he's from Georgia.
Robin ends up recruiting Little John and Will Scarlet, who is apparently very, very good with knives. And we get a demonstration of this where Will is like, oh, shoot an arrow at my heart. Robin does, and he like wood chippers, Edward Scissorhands the arrow as it comes towards him. So stupid.
Great. Classic. Done.
Love it.
But Little John apologizes to Robin. He's like, look, I'm sorry about the whole toll thing. It's because of Prince John. He's taxing the shit out of everyone. He doesn't say shit. There's no cursing in this film. But he taxes the shit out of everyone. Yeah. And it's literally, we're trying to make ends meet. And Robin Hood is just like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting you to help our cause. And I think what our next thing should do, and by our, I mean me, because there's a fancy party tonight, I'm going to infiltrate it by myself to deliver a warning to Prince John. Indeed. And they're like, that's dumb. You shouldn't go by yourself. And he was like, but I will. But I will
anyway. Goodbye. So, cut to Prince John's party. It's a grand affair. Maid Marian comes in, and the sheriff is obviously very in love with her. Yes.
Are we implying that Maid Marian is Prince John's, like, sister? Like, what is the relation there?
It's always been confusing to me how that works within the mythos of Robin Hood, because each version has a different way in which Marian is somehow knows Prince John. I'm not entirely sure how. I wonder if it's, like, their niece, but
I don't know.
Mean, but like
people
the main
intermarried all the time.
Yeah, the main thing, and something that's true in I think most Robin Hood versions, is that the sheriff is also into Marian. I think that's a normal plot point.
Remember.
Anyway, I'm like also going off of the
Robin
Disney
Hood.
Fox movie. Like
That's the only real reference movie I have, and I'm just like, Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. Like, oh yeah, were there foxes?
Yeah.
That's what we're taking as like...
When my sexuality was suddenly very confused by foxes. Oh no. So Marian comes in, and the sheriff is flirting hard, and Marian's not having it.
Not into it.
And then Robin, in a full Aragorn double-door entrance, bursts into this party with, like, a dead pig on his back.
And walks in, slams it on the table. He's like, ha, a gift. Hello, I'm back.
Yes. And Marian is just like, damn.
Instant hard eyes, who is this? And the sheriff's like, hey, Prince John, that's him. That's Robin Hood. That's Robin of Locksley. Yeah. Which I don't think we haven't said that in a minute. He's Robin of Locksley.
Yeah.
Marian introduces herself at Robin Hood, and they get instant heart eyes.
Of course.
And the sheriff is like, don't you know it is illegal to hunt in the king's forest for this boar? You should be arrested. And Robin Hood gets snarky. He's like, well, don't you know it is illegal to take King Richard's place and rule in his stead while he's away? And the whole crowd just goes, ooh.
Like it's whenever someone got called to the principal's office and everyone was like, ooh.
Exactly. And Robin goes on to say that, I'm going to lead the people of England in a revolt against you, Prince John, if you don't stop with these bullshit taxes.
Exactly. And so the sheriff is like, none of that.
Absolutely not. He
takes off his glove and slaps Robin in the face with it and like throws down the gauntlet. And then Robin grabs an actual gauntlet and whacks him across the face with his metal glove.
Oh, it's so funny. funny.
So funny. And then the sheriff is just like, great, we're gonna have a duel, man to man, mano y mano, plus my guards, and calls in the guards.
Yes.
And so suddenly a mighty duel appears.
Where it's like 8-on-1, and Robin fights them all. Maid Marian watches in amazement. Robin gets up onto a flight of stairs where he's fighting 4 soldiers at once.
Yeah.
He gets an idea. Didn't this happen in Shrek?
Yeah.
It happens in a lot of films, but he slices the rope holding a chandelier, thinking it's gonna fall on the soldiers, but it falls on him, and we're like, oh no, Robin Hood's gonna get caught. But just then, his friends come to the rescue.
Come in,
He's
because
saved
it's
by the
really
power
about
of
the friends we
friendship.
made along the way. So they burst in and a giant battle takes place. It's all very silly. Blinken ends up fighting a pole. It's very ridiculous.
One of my moments of joy is in this scene, and it's not Blinken like doing the whole thing with the pole.
Yeah.
It's later in this long fight sequence where like Blinken is saved, and it's this really big
the top shot where you just see him waving the sword.
Just not hitting anything but air. It was so funny. And we get so much ensemble acting.
There's so much ensemble acting. It's spectacular. So at one point, Robin ends up hiding under a table, and Marian's there as well, and they almost have their first kiss.
It's like, hey, come here often.
But then a knight comes and Robin has to fight him off. And so suddenly a bunch more soldiers' knights burst in and kind of overwhelm. In full armor.
And they had previously been like guards, and now it is like full head to toe steel armor.
Exactly.
Like 30 plus, and it looks like all our heroes are outnumbered.
Just then, Robin finds the right rope this time and grabs the rope and swings in and kicks one of the guards in like a line of dominoes.
Like dominoes. Like up the stairs, down the stairs.
It reminded me of the Rockettes, the fall with the Rockettes.
Yes. Did you catch the bright green exit sign?
No.
It's right when Robin like grabs the rope before he swings down. There's just like a very clear exit sign. It's like good.
Honestly, I don't know that was intentional, but it could have been very intentional.
Oh, I'm sure it was intentional, and it's so funny.
Oh yeah,
like it's very in shot.
Yeah. So they knock everyone over and they all escape.
And Robin gives Maid Marian an air kiss on his way out, and Maid Marian goes to catch it, and Broomhilda snatches it out of the air.
She's like, Team Broomhilda. So, cut to Robin recruiting a bunch of men. These are supposed to be the best men from every village, and he gives them a speech that turns into like a Winston Churchill, we will fight them on the beaches speech. And everyone falls asleep. And so Chu is like, let me give it a shot. Like, it's a tough crowd, I get it. And so he goes up, puts on some glasses, and gives a full Malcolm X speech. It's very ridiculous.
But it, like, wakes everybody up.
But it wakes everybody up. And so everyone agrees to join Team Robin, and we get a training
the band of
sequence.
Merry Men. Oh my god, we get
literally
a ridiculous training
named
sequence.
by Robin. It's like, okay, everyone get in line. We have to have a training sequence. Like,
they all get a uniform, which is the classic green tights, white tunic, green vest, green hat with a feather in it.
Absolutely.
They all try archery. They're really bad at archery. They try jousting. They're really bad at jousting.
Yep.
And Chu makes a joke that, oh, maybe we should take the dummies into battle. And I wrote that down because I was like, is this going to come back later?
It was supposed to. There was a cut scene, I believe. Or a cut idea. Yeah.
Okay. I feel more vindicated then.
Yes,
So I was just
yes.
like, I feel like this is
Like,
gonna
there's gonna be dummies. No. So, cut to the castle. There's a really quick scene. The sheriff has invented a stealth catapult, which is just
There's
a
nothing
catapult.
stealthy about a catapult.
Yeah, no. But in an accident, he accidentally gets shot into Latrine's room, and he...
Oh, yes.
And then he ends up running away from her. I don't know. It's just a really quick scene. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cut to Sherwood Forest.
Cut to Sherwood Forest, we meet Rabbi Tuckman,
Played by Mel Brooks.
who is driving his wagon that is full of casks of sacramental wine.
Yep.
And he's stopped by Robin Hood and his men. They're like, halt, who goes there? And he explains, he's like, I'm Rabbi Tuckman, I'm a mohel, and they're like, you're in our territory. He's like, yeah, but I'm not a bad guy. Oh, wait, you're Robin of Locksley? Guess what? I just came from Maid Marian. Y'all are perfect for each other. Yeah. And there's a Bagels and Locks joke. It's great.
Oh, right. We should mention, because Marian is Marian of Bagel. That's why.
And Robin is Robin of Locksley. Locksley and Bagel.
Yeah.
But once they determine that the rabbi means no harm, they ask him to join them and like share his counsel and wisdom and maybe a little bit of his wine. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I can give you counsel and I can give you wisdom, but I can't give you wine because it's used to bless things.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I can bless a forest. I can bless that rock. Come on, let's break into the wine.
Hey! So then we cut to an insane scene that was too
long.
Oh my God. It was too long.
Too long!
That scene was too long.
It was not funny enough to be that long.
No. While the training in the wine was happening, the sheriff hires a
mafioso.
A mafia guy, Don Giovanni, full Godfather joke.
Yeah, it's just that scene from The Godfather, like you came to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah, exactly. They have Luca Brasi. There is one joke that I think didn't land as well because they changed the name. So the Godfather has two henchmen. One of them is Luca, as in Luca Brasi from The Godfather. And then the other one is Dirty Ezio.
Dirty Ezio, yeah.
And it was supposed to be Dirty Harry because the guy looks like Clint Eastwood. It's supposed to be a joke that is Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. But he changed the name, I think, for some other reason, and so the joke just doesn't land as much. And I'm like, should have just kept it as Dirty Harry
because he looks why he has that cigar. Yeah,
because he looks like Clint Eastwood in that movie. So anyway. That was a joke that didn't quite land.
It's a very, very long scene, but it is essential. I'll give you the gist of the scene, which is that the sheriff has hired this mafioso, Don Giovanni. From Jersey.
Not New Jersey.
From Jersey. And he's been hired to help the sheriff get rid of his Robin Hood problem. Right. And Don Giovanni proposes his plan. He was like, all right, tomorrow you're having this medieval fair, right? Yeah. You're going to have an archery contest. You're going to make it the highlight of the fair because Robin's got an ego. He thinks he's the best archer. He's not going to be able to resist the temptation to show up and show off. So we're going to have two things. One, my associate Luca here, he's the best archer. He's going to compete against Robin in the competition. He's really going to win because he's better. Yeah. We're also going to have Dirty Ezio / Harry be an assassin from a window, and he's going to kill Robin Hood once he makes his presence known. Yeah, he loses. It's a little unclear on the details, but that's the plan.
And they all laugh together. Ha ha ha, we've gotten it. Maid Marian, who's on a balcony above this room, hears this plan and is just like, I must warn him. And so she goes and wakes up Broomhilda, and they both sneak out of the castle to warn Robin.
But we get a very silly song as an interstitial. We cut to the porta potties.
We cut to the merry men in the forest. There's a porta potties and like a joke about tights and about his seams matching up. And then we get our next song, which is Men in Tights.
Again, Grace, I've never seen this movie. I don't know any of the songs. I don't know any of the lyrics. It's incredible. I was very impressed by that synchronized backflip half of them did.
Right? Incredible. Amazing. They have this song. The song's spectacular. My homework might be that song.
Like, what is the song? The song is just like, we're men in tights.
We're men in tights, and we're super duper tough despite the tights. Like,
I'm trying to think of, like, what is this a comparable song to? Because the song doesn't need to be in here. It's just funny. It does not move the plot forwards.
It's like the Camelot song in Holy Grail. It's useless. It's very silly. It's very funny.
Which song? Which Camelot song?
In
Monty Python?
Yeah, in Monty Python.
Oh, I'm thinking like, what from Camelot?
No, not like the song Camelot.
Not like the
from
Lerner and Lowe.
No.
Not Lerner and Lowe.
Julie Andrews.
Rogers and Hammerstein. Yeah. It's Rogers and Hammerstein. It's not Lerner and Lowe.
Anyway,
cool.
in rides Marian and Broomhilda. So she tells Robin of the plot to kill him. She's like, there's going to be this tournament. Please don't go. And he's like, cool. Thanks, I won't go.
Yeah, I won't.
And then she's like, yeah, I know, because it's this archery tournament. And he's like, whoa, you didn't mention that. Now I have to go.
Yeah, there's a bit of word play where he's like, I promise you won't go.
And so then he like takes her hand and leads her to a fire, and we get our next song, The Night is So Young and You're So Beautiful. And the joke is, like, honestly, and it's something I think about every time that there's a full love song with two people and they have to, like, project how loudly someone has to sing in your face to project to the back house. It's a lot. It's real loud. And that's the entire
It's so
joke.
funny.
It's so silly.
And he's dubbed. They're both dubbed.
Everyone's dubbed. No one is doing their actual singing voice.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Except maybe the opening rap and the closing rap.
Yeah.
But everything else is dubbed.
Oh, I mean, that's not surprising.
No.
Yes, the song is The Night is Young and You're So Beautiful. It is a classic love duet.
Mm-hmm.
It is so clearly dubbed for both of them. He is supposed to be so loud.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
Like this-
funny. The Merry Men sing backup. The song started so suddenly and so loudly that I was rather taken aback.
But so was she, which is so funny because he starts singing and it's so loud and so abrupt and she just goes, oh!
Whoa. Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, I'm back in it.
They then sneak off together, just Robin Hood and Marion, and they want to kiss each other.
Yeah.
But Marion says she's a virgin and she has to stay a virgin until she's married or until someone pledges their eternal love to her.
Or if they're just really, really cute.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she does end up telling him about her chastity belt.
Yeah, because he thrusts into it.
Yep, exactly. And they go to finally have their first kiss, but Broomhilda stops them. Team
He's
Broomhilda.
like, no.
Nope.
Team Broomhilda.
And so they leave.
Yeah, Marion and Broomhilda go back to the castle to sneak back in.
Yes.
Cut to the fair!
The archery tournament.
With the merry men sneaking into the fair, dressed as ladies of the court.
It has big energy from Mulan with all of her friends dressing up as women to sneak in. Same vibe.
Yes.
So, we have the archery tournament. Robin is disguised as an old man. Robin makes it to the final round. It's him against Luca. He shoots the arrow, and then Luca shoots, and his arrow is split in two by Luca. And Luca wins. And Robin is shocked that he has lost. And is like,
The
whoa,
whole
whoa, whoa.
crowd boos him. They throw cabbages at him.
And so he pulls out the script. And it's just like, I don't think this was
leather-bound
supposed to have
script.
happened. And so he flips through the script and is like, no, I get another shot. And so everyone
And
else
King
pulls
John
out
and the
their
sheriff
scripts.
also pull out their scripts. And they're like, oh, fuck, he does get another
Damn it,
shot.
he does get another shot.
And then, oh my god. Okay.
Okay. So this is when the assassin tries to kill Robin. So Dirty Ezio is in like a tower and shoots a crossbow at him, and Blinken catches the arrow mid-air and is just like, oh, I heard it coming a mile away. Like, yeah, anyway, so
It's the only time Blinken has been useful in this entire film.
he is our good.
Now, having survived an assassination attempt, Robin now takes out his one last arrow. It's white, it's a little thicker than the rest, and it says Patriot Arrow. And he shoots it, and guess, at the very last second, Luca, like, taps him in the knee, so he shoots it straight up. But guess what? It's a Patriot missile. It's a Patriot Arrow, which means it's a guided missile, and it shoots up, and it shoots around, and it goes underneath the crowd, and then underneath the other crowd, and we get the whole wave. It's very funny. And then I did laugh because it ultimately gets to the target, but then it comes through the back. And just eviscerates the red center of the bullseye.
Yeah. So he wins. However, Robin is then arrested by the guards because he's still revealed himself. And he's about to be taken away to be hanged when Marion stops everything and is like, says to the sheriff, if you spare his life, I will do the dirtiest thing that I can possibly imagine. And everyone's just like, what could that be? And she's like, I will marry the sheriff. So
and
she
Robin's
agrees.
like, no, my life's not worth it.
It's not worth that disgust. So she agrees to marry the sheriff. Cut to the wedding.
Yeah, immediately to the wedding. Robin is also set up on a gallows, and he gets fitted for a noose by the executioner. The gallows are like next to the altar.
Yeah, and so Marion...
The sheriff walks down the altar. Marion comes down the altar and she sees Robin. She's like, what the fuck is going on? And the sheriff's like, this is so you don't change your mind at the last minute.
Right. So they're about to have the wedding.
They're doing the wedding.
And the sheriff says, I do. And Marion is prompted to say, I do. And she's struggling to say it. Just then, the merry men arrive and Achu shoots an arrow and it cuts the rope that's around Robin's neck, or like that's above his neck because it's the gallows.
So he's no longer in danger. And Marion goes,
I do not.
Yes.
So
and a big fight sequence happens.
Yeah, big fight. Now during this fight,
are you gonna talk about the one silver-haired stunt double?
No, tell me.
Oh my god. Well, so a big fight happens. All the merry men are there, and then all the villains villagers, all the recruited villagers arrive
Yeah.
to fight all the soldiers, and all the court people were like, oh god, it's the villagers, and they run away. But there's one villager who's been recruited to the Merry Men. He's in the tights. He's like gray beard, gray hair. He must be a retired stuntman because he is just like whooping ass in
Amazing.
the background. But I'm like, Santa Claus, you are easily like 40 years older than everyone else here.
Amazing. I did not notice that. I'll have to go back. But the sheriff decides to kidnap Marion anyway and wraps her
Yeah.
in a rug. Not sure how that
Just
happened.
burritos her and
Yeah,
throws her
burritos
over
her.
his shoulder and takes her up to the tower.
Right.
Because he says, I'll have you one way or another, because he's determined to have sex with her, even if he can't marry her.
Yeah.
Gross.
Gross. So he takes her up to his rooms. Robin sees this and rushes after them. Now, the sheriff then discovers her chastity belt and is like, shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is get a jackhammer. And so he goes and gets a jackhammer and tries to open it, but apparently this
Robin Hood walks in on the
Everlast-
sheriff using the jackhammer
to try and
her
break through
chastity
this,
belt.
but that doesn't work. So they have a lovely fight. I actually really love this fight, this sword fight
This is a
that
good
that Robin and the sheriff had.
A duel happens.
A duel.
The music in this scene and for the rest of the film is so it's not Hans Zimmer, but it could be Hans Zimmer.
Could have been,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
During this fight, Robin has been wearing that locket from his father, and somehow
That
gets
Blinken gave him in like that very first scene.
exactly gets caught and like torn off of his neck and thrown. It smashes against the stone
Yeah, it
ceiling or
hits the
whatever.
ceiling.
It bursts into a billion pieces, and there's a
Fucking
key
shatters.
inside of it, and the key
And the
falls
key
very
falls.
Lord of the Rings energy, the ring falling onto the finger. The key falls and lands in the lock and fits in the lock
And
of
it's a
Marion's
perfect
chastity.
fit.
It's a perfect fit.
And Marion's like, Robin, this means we're meant to be together because
Yeah.
it's the perfect size.
It's the
And sheriff
perfect
goes,
size.
It's not the size, it's what you do with it. And then they duel more. But then Robin accidentally runs the sheriff.
Yeah,
through with
so
his
Robin,
sword.
like, disarms him somehow and, like, turns to Marion and goes to put his sword away. But as he does that, the sheriff has grabbed a knife and is going to stab Robin in the back, but just runs
From
himself
behind,
through
yeah.
with the sword. Just then Latrine appears.
So the sheriff is dying. The sheriff has
Yeah.
been fully skewered.
Yeah.
And
Oh, look,
is,
I've
like,
been
on the
impaled.
floor. And Latrine shows up. Latrine, who loves the sheriff.
Uh-huh.
She goes, oh no, my love, my true love.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can save you by giving you this magical lifesaver. She doesn't call it a lifever. What does she
No,
call it?
she calls it like a magic, a pill or something.
elixir or something.
Yeah, but it's
And-
literally just a mint lifesaver.
And she's like, I'll give it to you if you promise to marry me. And he agrees.
He has to
the
think about it for a
lightsaber.
second.
Yeah. And she pulls the sword out, and he lives. He's cured. And then she
Yeah.
drags him from the room by his ankles.
Yeah.
Oh.
So funny. So he's gone now, and Robin
So he's
goes
gone
to
now.
Marion on the bed, and he's about to try and open the lock when Broomhilda arrives and is like, no!
No. You
Marriage
must-
first.
You can't. You have to be married first. And they're like, all right, well, why waste a good wedding?
Yeah, let's go get Rabbi
Classic-
Tuckman.
Who's on site performing circumcisions.
Yeah,
Good thing there's still a wedding set up outside.
exactly.
They go down. The rabbi goes to marry them, but then, Grace, you gotta
Oh,
remember,
Anna.
I'm watching this film for the first
I thought about that
time.
when he appeared, and I was like, Anna's gonna scream.
The rabbi is doing the marriage. He goes, Robin, yada yada yada. Do you want to marry Marion? And
I
he's
love
like, yes.
I love this marriage ceremony. If I ever get married, this is the marriage ceremony I want, where it's just like, Robin, do you? Yes. Marion, do you? Yes. Great. Like, that's all that they need.
But Marion doesn't get to say yes
No.
because they are interrupted by the king's return. King Richard has returned from the Crusades. And I have in all caps, is that Patrick Stewart?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know!
Sir
There's, like, no
Patrick
fucking way.
Stewart appears
Sir
at the
Patrick
end
Stewart
doing a
as King
big
Richard.
impersonation of Sean Connery being a Scottish king. It's so funny.
He's so Scottish.
Oh, it's so great. It makes no sense.
He's even sexier with a Scottish accent.
Oh, stop. And so he stops the wedding and knights Robin as now Sir Robin of Locksley. And then is like, and people are like, oh, why did you stop the wedding? He was like, oh, I haven't had a chance to kiss the bride yet. I get to kiss the bride before the wedding. So he fully makes out with Maid Marian.
Makes out with Marian.
And like, Marian honestly looks a little bit dazed, and I'd be like, is she about to marry the king instead? Like,
he also has Prince John arrested and led away. He's sentenced to stay in the prison in the Tower of London and
He's a part of the tour.
His mole has once again moved in this scene.
It moves all the time. There is one moment that we missed. One of the jokes that we missed was at one point,
where the
sheriff is like, wasn't your mole somewhere else? And he's like, I have a mole? It's so ridiculous. So stupid.
Again, the king, Prince John is like up there in terms of favorite character. But
absolutely.
Robin is knighted and his lands are restored to him. The rabbi marries them, now with the king's blessing.
Yep.
Robin, as his first act as Lord of Locksley and as a knight, he makes a Chew, the new sheriff of Rottingham.
Awesome. And
that's the end of the film. The music, again, the ending music did not have to go this hard. It is gorgeous.
It's so good.
It is like full 60-piece orchestra.
So then in the middle, we get like a mid-credit scene. Where it's their wedding night. Robin and Marian are at Castle Locksley, which has been restored, and they attempt to open the chastity belt, and we just hear, because it's all a pulled out shot now, so this is just voiceover, we hear Robin go, you're not gonna believe this, but it's not opening, and the film ends with him calling for a locksmith. It's so
Call a locksmith!
Call a locksmith!
Oh my god, this film is
wild. And it is a true blue musical.
It is. Oh, I needed this.
I
needed this very, very silly film.
Okay.
As I've said multiple times during this recording, this was my first time on this earth watching this film. This piece of literature. Nope, not literature. This piece of culture. Masterpiece. Oh my days. Grace, what'd you think of this movie?
I really did enjoy this movie. The physical comedy is peak. It's so good. The direct-to-cameras are spectacular. The amount of gifs that you could use from this, just in terms of reactions, is fantastic. Every now and then there is a joke where I'm just like, not really.
Probably landed in 1993,
but
no longer
not really
lands.
Okay. And then there's a few jokes that land because of references that are no longer really relevant. So in general, I think it's great. I don't think it's the most rewatchable of the Mel Brooks spoof movies. I think there are other ones that I would go to first, like Young Frankenstein or Spaceballs or Blazing Saddles, but I still enjoyed it. There's one moment we didn't talk about where I did laugh out loud because I forgot about it, where it's during the wedding and a dude with like a pike is like walking everyone down and accidentally taps the camera and he's like, oh, sorry.
Oh, God. There were so many things like that I just cackled out loud. And like, I didn't write them down because they were just like brief and it was harder to explain.
Yeah, this is a very visual movie in terms of the amount of gags and quick jokes and one-liners. And so the funniest parts of it, honestly, I don't think were part of the plot. Now, I will say there were moments that dragged. Empty spaces where I could hear like one of my directors from acting school being like, cut the space, pick up the lines. Like I could feel tighten it up. And then like, you know, there were scenes that were too long, like the Godfather spoof scene. So it definitely wasn't his best, but it still is such a delight to watch. And like, I still laughed a lot. So honestly, it was a good time. Good time all around.
I thoroughly enjoyed this, watching it for the first time. I agree with everything you said. There were some moments where I was just like, yeah, that probably landed better in 1993. It doesn't land now, but the physical comedy, top tier. Do you want to do a little dramaturgy report? Dramaturgy report. Now, Grace and I talked about this in advance, but because this was written and directed by Mel Brooks, I'm going to do a little bit about directing, but she's going to take the brunt of it for writing. Yes. So this was directed by Mel Brooks, as I just said. If you don't know who he is, what rock have you been living under? He's an American actor, comedian, and filmmaker with a career spanning over 7 decades. He's best known as a writer and director for these broad farces that we know of. I had only seen Spaceballs prior to this, but other notable works include The Producers, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, and History of the World Part 1. He is an EGOT winner. In terms of cinematographer, the cinematographer for this film was Michael D. O'Shea. There's not a lot about him, but he has worked with Mel Brooks before, previously on Spaceballs. He's also known for The Specialist from 1994 and Over the Top from 1987. But the thing that really chuckled me is that one of his first big breaks was he was a cinematographer for 3 years, which means 68 episodes of Doogie Howser.
Amazing.
Hey, the money's green.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for me.
So just to dig a little bit more into Mel Brooks, but I'm not going to go really aggressively because, man, there's a lot about him. But
so, you could really plumb the depths
I
there.
know, honestly, we could probably have a whole hour and a half about his entire career. So he began his career as a comic and a writer for Sid Caesar's variety show, Your Show of Shows. That was from 1950 to 1954. And that was where he met Woody Allen, Neil Simon, Larry Gelbart. And with Carl Reiner, he created the character The 2,000-Year-Old Man, which he got very famous for. And he also wrote the hit television comedy series Get Smart. But he really got famous in his middle age with spoof comedies. So he had won an Emmy and a Grammy and an Oscar. He finally joined the EGOT winners with his Tony Award for The Producers. In 2009, he received a Kennedy Center honor and a Hollywood Walk of Fame star in 2010. He got the 41st AFI Lifetime Achievement Award in 2013. 3 of his films are ranked in the American Film Institute's list of top 100 comedy films in the past 100 years. So that was Blazing Saddles at number 6, Producers at number 11, and Young Frankenstein at number 13. He was married to Anne Bancroft from 1964 all the way until when she passed in 2005. And in 2021, he published a memoir titled All About Me. And one small thing, his son, Max Brooks, is an author who wrote World War Z, which was turned into a movie, which was very different than the books. The book was really, really good. Anyway, that's besides the point. This movie was also written by a few other people. So that was Evan Chandler, who was a dentist, wrote this one movie and then never wrote anything else. Wild. Yeah. And then Jake David Shapiro as well. So he was a stand-up comedian and wrote this movie and then also wrote the screenplay adaptation for L. Ron Hubbard's novel Battlefield Earth. Oop. So, now for the music in this, as we mentioned, the music went hard, especially at the end. So that was composed by Hummy Man. This is a Canadian-born American film score composer. He was known for this movie and then also Mel Brooks's Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Because vampires should all be camp. There should not be a serious vampire in anything.
Yes, correct. Inspired by our conversation earlier before the recording about
all vampires are gay. Yeah, all vampires are gay. Hummy Man was also awarded an Emmy for arranging Billy Crystal's opening number in the 1992 Academy Awards, and another one for an episode of Showtime's miniseries Picture Windows. And then he was also nominated for 2 more arrangements that he did on the series Moonlighting. So did quite a few things. Now for actors and casting, one of my fun facts is when Mel Brooks first called Cary Elwys to offer him the lead role, Elwys thought it was a prank and hung up on him. But he was inspired to cast him by his performance in Princess Bride. Cary Elwys at that point had his inspiration for his role in Princess Bride was Errol Flynn in Robin Hood, and so then he was cast as Robin Hood and sort of did a parody of himself doing an impression of Errol Flynn. It's all a very thing. One other fun fact, Hulk Hogan was offered the part of Little John, which would have been so silly. But
oh my god, can you imagine?
I'm just going to talk a little bit about Roger Rees, who played the sheriff, because he's probably the most, stage heavy person. I mean, obviously, except for Patrick Stewart, but he was only in there for like 3 minutes. So Roger Rees was a Welsh actor and director known for his stage work. He won an Olivier Award and a Tony Award for his performance as the lead in Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. He also received Obie Awards for his role in The End of the Day and as a co-director of Peter and the Starcatcher. He was posthumously inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in November 2015, and he's widely known to American audiences for playing Robin Colcord in Cheers and Lord John Marbury in The West Wing, and then, of course, Robin Hood Men in Tights. So those are the items that we mostly know him from, but he has quite an extensive stage background as well, which you can sort of tell with his over-the-top performance, which works spectacularly in this movie.
He's also a member of the Grand Order of Water Rats, which is the second time that's come up.
I know!
Which is a British entertainment industry fraternity.
Yeah.
And I just giggle every single time
Every
it
time.
comes up. I'm like, oh, he was a water rat.
Oh, yeah. Anna, back to you.
Okay, for box office reviews and reception, box office, it was a smash. It was number 6 at the box office the weekend it came out. With a gross of $6.8 million, it went on to make about $35.7 million in the US and Canada, making it Mel Brooks' 5th highest grossing film. Because it came out kind of on the heels of several other of his successful films, it was inherently compared to it, and critics were a little bit harsher. This general gist of the reviews was, it's good, but it's not as good as the other stuff.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. I know, I think it has like a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Those tomatoes
stupid.
are wrong.
Wrong tomatoes.
Well, let's talk about...
The singing?
Yeah, let's talk about singing.
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about the dubbing. So no one sang their own parts. All of the singing was done by professional singers. Debbie James and Arthur Rubin did the singing for Marion and Robin. So those were the main two. But then I do believe that the opening and closing raps, those were done by the guys that were performing it.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of dancing.
Not a lot of dancing.
But again, I'm very impressed by those synchronized backflips
Hell
from the
yeah.
Men in Tights number.
Spectacular. Love that.
That was really the only dancing.
Yeah. Honestly, there wasn't even like a ball sequence dancing. Normally in this sort of thing, we'll see like a little bit of like background people doing a group dance at a like the party,
Yeah.
but there wasn't really any dancing at all.
No.
No.
Not even at the ball that Robin Hood crashed.
Nah.
Do you want to talk about gripes and giggles? I don't even know if I have any gripes other
Don't
than like some jokes
brush
didn't land.
curly hair.
Oh.
Anyway.
that's a very good with your ringlet pattern. No, you should not
Absolutely
have a
not.
brush in your hair.
Ma'am, put down the brush.
Oh my god.
My giggle has to be Prince John.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
funny.
And like he stole the show for me.
Yeah.
In a way that I did not expect. Because I was like, oh, we're setting him up to be the villain. And then he
Yeah.
was so funny.
So funny.
And it was delivery. Like, it's something I can explain. It was
No.
just, it was so
No, he's just
funny.
excellent. I have one fun fact.
Pray tell.
It's a bit of a long one. So there is a line. So a lot of this movie was in direct response to the 1991 Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, which is
Yes.
Kevin Costner. And there is a line, or there's a moment at the ball sequence where Prince John is like, why would they follow you? And Cary Elwys, or Robin, his response is, because I, unlike some other Robins, can speak with a British accent, which is directly at Kevin Costner, who did not speak with a British accent in his movie. So, but that doesn't always land with other countries. So I have a list of the jokes that they did in different countries to still poke fun at Kevin Costner. So,
Pray tell.
for example, in the German dubbed version, it was, because I, unlike some other Robin Hoods, do not cost the producers $5 million. And that's because the German word kosten was pronounced to sound like Costner. So then in the French and Italian dubbed versions, it was, because unlike other Robin Hoods, I do not dance with the wolves. In Quebec, it was, because unlike other Robin Hoods, I accept to wear tights, because Costner refused to wear tights in his movie. And then in the Hungarian version, it's like, because unlike Kevin Costner, they just fully called him out in the Hungarian version, because unlike Kevin Costner, I have a shapely bottom, which is the fact that Kevin Costner used a body double for the nude scene in that movie.
Just a butt double.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
So they just shit all over Kevin Costner in every language.
Every language. Like, how many languages can we shit on Kevin Costner in? That's so funny.
So that's my fun fact.
In the fight sequence in the Great Hall during the ball that Robin crashes, at one point when Robin is fighting against a guard, he grabs a cantaloupe because there was a bunch of like fruit and food laid out on the main table where the king was, or where the prince was sitting, grabs a cantaloupe and just smashes it in the guard's face. And this is a tribute to James Cagney in the classic gangster film Public Enemy, because he does the same thing with but with a grapefruit to Mae Clark.
Amazing.
Just like a nice little niche reference.
There's so many niche jokes in this. It's absurd.
There's so many. And again, all right. Do I have homework? Other than, I kind of want people to watch this film as my homework.
Yeah. I was also going to say, I don't know, like, watch the Disney Robin Hood too. Like,
yeah, question your sexuality and watch
absolutely.
Like, that one's funny for nostalgia. This one's funny
no,
for
this one's
slapstick.
Like just actually funny, yeah.
And the fact that it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Everyone has it for Succession.
I would say watch this movie, or if you're not going to watch this movie, watch the Men in Tights song.
Yeah, we'll link it.
Yeah.
We'll link it. Honestly, I have no notes. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was so silly. I'm so glad that you got to watch this for the first time. And Patrick Stewart appeared out of nowhere at the end.
No! Grace, did you thought of that when you watched it? You were like, oh, Anna's gonna lose her goddamn
Yes,
mind.
absolutely.
Gosh. I really enjoyed this.
Good, I'm glad.
Baby Dave Chapelle. I can't, Patrick Stewart looks the same.
He has never changed.
He has not changed.
He's still hot.
He's so hot. All right.
Absurd. All right. Anna is...
I think that's
all she wrote.
That's literally all she wrote. I have
Hell
no more
yes.
notes.
I have no more notes.
Well, this has been a hoot and a half. This was a nice palate cleanser.
We've said that for like the last 5 movies though, so I don't think it's no longer a palate cleanser. We're just eating dessert.
I know, we've had very silly movies. We had Grease before this.
I know.
No, this was great. This is episode 51. Holy moly. Well, if you're still with us, thanks so much for tuning in. This has been 5678, a movie musical podcast. I have been Anna.
I'm still Grace.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you on the next episode. Take care of yourselves and others. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.